did a video this morning about George Floyd, and I prayed on that video that justice would be served. And it just came in breaking news that the officer who knelt on George Floyd's neck has been arrested. So I am so thankful that God is moving. He's moving. God is moving. Justice will be served. I believe it. I have faith that justice will be served. He has been arrested, so that's a great accomplishment. He has been arrested, so we can breathe a little bit. Don't get comfortable, because we now need to see a conviction. He needs to be convicted for this crime. He needs to be convicted for what he did to Mr. George Floyd, taking his life so violently and so unnecessarily. So y'all just keep praying. He has been arrested. I'm so glad he's been arrested. And hopefully and prayerfully, justice can continue to go down the same river and get the same stream of results to where we can get a conviction for this animal to be put away. I don't call him a human being. I call him an animal, because you clearly heard this man say he couldn't breathe and you had no mercy. You didn't get up off of his neck. You didn't show no kind of mercy. So to me, you're not a human. You're an animal. Because a person with a heart don't do another human being like that. It clearly shows that you don't have a heart. It clearly shows that you don't have God in your life. It clearly shows that you're just a heartless individual. And it's hard for me to call you a human being. I can't call you a human being, because a human being with a heart would not do that to another person, to another human being. So guys, I am so thankful that justice is, I believe in my heart that God is going to move swiftly. I believe in my heart that Mr. George Floyd is with the Creator. He's in heaven. He's shining down his light. Him and God and Jesus, they're going to let this, justice will be preserved in this matter. Mr. George Floyd's life will not be in vain. And to all the other people who died at the hands of police officers, their lives will not be in vain either, because what happened to Mr. George Floyd is just going to trickle on down, and it's going to help so many other people. Like I said, I have nothing against police officers. There are some good police officers. There are some police officers that are just like Mr. Derek Chauvin, who just don't have a heart and who don't care about people, black people. They just don't care. But there are some good police officers out there. I've encountered some police officers that have pulled me over for having one headlight or something simple like that. But, you know, they ask me, do you have this? Do you have that? And they be like, well, just go get your light fixed. I'm going to let you go. Just go get your light fixed. So there are some good cops out there. But there are some out there that's, like I said, there are some out there that are like Mr. Chauvin, who just don't care, will kill you. You begging for your life. They will kill you. They don't care. And that's why he needs to be locked away and put in a cell, and so he can think. Don't give him the death penalty. He don't need the death penalty. He needs to sit in jail for the rest of his life and think about what he did to this poor man, and probably to a lot of other people. That knee that he put on George Floyd, he probably put that knee on plenty of people. Don't think that he just put that knee on George Floyd. That man probably put that knee on a lot of people's necks. Some probably have died, and they probably covered it up and told the family members that they died of medical distress. When that man knee probably done killed a lot of people. I'm not saying, I don't know, but he sure, when he had his neck on George Floyd, he looked like he done this plenty of times. He looked like he done it plenty of times. So now he's arrested. Hopefully it sticks. We don't get complacent, people. Don't let your guard down. We want it to stick. Not just that he's been arrested, but we want it to stick. We want him to be arrested and convicted and off to jail. Off to jail. And he needs to sit in jail for the rest of his life and think about what he did to this poor man, how he caused this poor man to lose his life for nothing. $20? They said $20. They said the $20 was fake. Who cares? Who cares? $20? Who cares? His life was more important than $20. If you felt like the $20 was fake, you should have just took him on to jail and let the judge handle it. Let them decide if it was fake or not. Not you decide and take the man's life. So like I said, he has been arrested. Let's continue to stay prayed up. Let's continue to keep the faith. Let's continue to believe that God is on the front line, and he's going to let justice prevail for not just Mr. Floyd, but for all the people who have lost their lives due to police officers. And I'm not saying all police officers are bad. They are not all bad. You got some good police officers out there who will protect you, who would not have did George Floyd this way. But you got some that they're killing us like flies. And those are the ones that they need to be locked up. So continue to stay prayed up. We've come to the front line. We ain't all the way through the line, but we have come to the front line. He has been arrested, and let's just keep prayed up that there's a conviction for this person who took another human being's life so callously. Put your neck on a man's neck. Put your knee on a man's neck till he can't breathe. Air is so important. That's how we live. God give us air to live. And you take your knee and put it on a man's neck, and that man cannot breathe. He clearly said, I cannot breathe. And you did not care. You continued to hold your knee on his neck till he could not breathe, till he took his last breath. And even when he took his last breath, you still had your knee on his neck. You are not a human. You are an animal. And somebody like that don't need to be walking through society. Somebody like that didn't even need to be a police officer, because that person don't have a heart. That person don't have a conscience. That person they the walking dead. They don't care about you. They the walking dead. So justice has been served only a little bit. We still got a ways to go. So to the people, let's continue to pray. Don't stop praying. This man needs to be convicted, because this could have been your brother, your daddy, my daddy, your uncle, my uncle. It could have been one of our relatives. And we could have been sitting feeling like George Floyd's family is feeling right now. Got to bury your loved one. Let's continue to pray. Prayer is the only way we're going to get through this. Prayer is the only way that people are going to stop taking other people's lives. And as a black community, we have got to start sticking together. Black people, stop killing each other. Let's stick together. If we stick together and band together, can't nobody come in our communities and just maul our people. They come in our neighborhoods and they just maul our people. Just maul them like lions and tigers and bears. Just maul us. Take a man, throw him on the ground, put your knee to his neck till he can't breathe and he die. In our community. If we stand together as a black race of people, this cannot happen in our community. This cannot happen in our community. If we stand up, we won't allow them to come in our community and kill our people. So let's continue to pray. We're almost there, but don't stop praying, because this person needs to be convicted.